Are you ready for the final open world area? Let me tell you, I love this place. This is my second favorite song outside of Emotional Universe. It's called Utopia Corridor, I believe. We have heard it before. I love how it, like... Also, this looks like this would have been a teleport stand, but it's broken. It sounds like so triumphant. Like we've really made it a far way on our journey. Oh, this definitely is a teleport thing, so I don't know then what that is. That... Maybe it would have been like a magic square. Oh, we cannot teleport. Well, like, okay, so this feels triumphant. Like we've made a long distance. We've done a lot to get here. But then, like, it kind of gets a little off kilter. Still some stumbling blocks along the way. Still some troubles. And then gets a little spooky. Like there's still some fear to be had, some difficulties that we still have to face. We haven't quite beaten the game, but we're close to the end. I just love this song. Also, if you didn't notice, no wild encounters. But music comes back in. Victory, we can do this. We can beat Balone, we can save Marlene. Here we are at the World Library. In Balone's domain, we have less to fear. He will be very less wary lest he harms that he holds dear. With haste, head below as nigh the time draws near. Balone, even though he's a human, he displays enormous evilness. I will give him the punishment that he deserves. Ah, what's this? Hey, slave, in your belongings. There's something flashing. That can't be. Friendship bond was surrounded by light and upgraded. It's this again. The last time it flashed, the power seemed to increase. Did it happen again? Well, we can always try it out. Let's go, slave, to meet Balone. World Library. Floor center, there's a dude here. Oh, here comes the cause of Balone's anger to the World Library, the World Core. You're a human, not a ghost. You can't fight? We record the classification that influences the world by listing them in the classification list. This is a library, and we are just clerks, mere helpless workers. The classification list. The mechanism for Balone's world order is written here. That's right, we know your situation too. Our fate is in your hands. I know you want to hurry. This place consists of 3 buildings, a center, an east, and a west wing. It's pretty big. Some doors require keys to go through. I recommend just proceeding without being in haste. Balone won't run away. So this is the final dungeon. And I want to bring up... Because right now, this is going to probably be our best... World Library Int. My best time to actually, like, grind. Ooh. Big battle. Ooh, it's a Lunatone and Soul Rock. The good news with grinding at this point is the enemies, I believe, kind of give a pretty consistent, decent amount of experience points. So we're not really losing out if we, like, you know, like I mentioned before, we get a lot less when we attack in, like, if we went back to the snowfield, we don't get a lot of experience. We got Thunder Peck, packed with electric love. So now, Linda actually does have a way to attack enemies, which is nice. And this is where I said you can attack, find masterless swords, which potentially could have drops. Want to kill. Ares in a little bit of a difficult spot there. Obviously, these enemies are going to be tougher, which also might constitute a good reason to grind. I don't know if I want to just... I might want to start grinding almost immediately. Oh, and Friendly Inferno is our last thing here. So I want to also bring up with how kind of the last couple of events happen. It feels very much like they ran out of time to do anything else in this game. I think I would say questionable that we didn't have an actual dungeon in the gear tower, but kind of fair considering we just went through a big dungeon before that for it to just lead straight to a boss. Very bizarre that we get to the Highland and then almost immediately have to fight another boss, then go, and it's a chapter of, oh, Linda's dead. A very quick chapter. We also got Restore, fully restores HP, pretty nice. Linda needs to be revived though. Very short chapter where we just fight, like, basically a random jobber. He was kind of tough, but more or less he was kind of like nothing. And then we have like one last open world-ish area that has no enemies. It makes for good, like I said, I kind of love the area because it has a great build-up of here we are heading to the final dungeon. Having no enemies, having the music swell up the way it does, I do love it. But we kind of went through a lot quickly just to get to the end point without any extra build-up. Which makes me think that they ran out of time to do stuff. Epros gets drained, drains HP. Not bad, but I don't think it would have helped us too much with the Vampire Evil King. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. We're already out of LP. Yeah, so I don't know, grinding might be a good option. It'll be a quick grind, because you won't see it. But I might try to get everyone up a little bit. Also, mainly I want money. I didn't really see how much money we picked up from that fight. But I do want to buy better equipment for everyone. I forgot to mention, the first time we actually heard this song was when we first saw Princess Marlene in Rochella. And if you also haven't noticed, our girl's back. I decided as far as like our last party that we're going to use, I'm going to bring Rosalind back in, and obviously Epros is going to be here. High level, as you can see, mainly because buying the best equipment for Epros and even for Rosalind, at least what we can get, was expensive. Her, like, best weapon, it's not the compatibility one, the White Rose Rapier. Sharp Thorn behind a beautiful flower. Costs like 177,000. Epros's best weapon, I also did buy her Hero's Armor, that was like 55,000, which wasn't as much, but also like it's 2 defense compared to her other stuff, so it's not that great. So I would partially say it's not worth it. King of Clubs cost 150,000. This one was found in Rashala. Decent boost and the best we can get for him because the Queen of Hearts, I believe, is the one that you get from Masterless Swords. I also looked into it and it seems like the drop rate is 1%. So that's cool. And then the Conjurer Tux is the best armor we can get for him. The, I think, I don't remember, I guess it would be the other option. Diamonds, ace of diamonds, no, diamonds is right here. Ace of spades, I guess, would have been the one you get from the father. If we decided to just use logic. And I believe that would have been a plus 40 attack. Where Rosalind's, I think, was a plus 40, but that's fine. I'm giving Epros the first star badge because that gives him more evasion, I believe was what that was. That was from the Miss Madrell side quest. Because he seems like an evady boy. I would have given him the Divine Shoes, because that would have made him, like, even with everyone else. But I kind of wanted Rosalind to be faster, I think. Because that seems useful. Now, specials. Basically, Rosalind and Aerie maxed out on all of their skills at 50-ish. Epros got his last one at like 57. Aerie's only other skill he got was Life Spark, which is a full revive, so at least it's much better than just a normal revive would be. I don't think he got anything else. Rosalind, because we had to go through so many levels, her last thing was Burning Parasol. She has a fire attack now. She got a strong ice attack. I think she had a medium one before, I don't remember. Cures all abnormal status, cures all curses. I think Blessing was new. Shield increases defense. Super Shield increases defense for everyone, so that's super useful. And we have Powerless with her, but we had that for a while, but that's good to remember. Epros got Fire Attack, Ice Attack. He has an all-enemy Steel HP attack that doesn't seem to do that much damage, but it does heal a lot more than it does damage-wise, so it's not the worst healing. If only for the only thing that sucks is it only affects Epros. Random, all enemies get different magic effects. It seems like this is mainly just random status effects is how this works. And then Soul Binding. Cringe and Cower, I don't really know what they do. It says put enemy on defensive, one enemy or enemy group on defensive. I don't know what that means. When it says put on an enemy on defensive, that makes me think that they're going to defend. But that doesn't seem very useful unless if it, like, knocks them out of trying to do an attacking move, which I don't think that's how it works. So I can only assume it might have been a mistranslation and maybe it lowers the enemy's defense. Otherwise, no idea, but it might be useful. We're ready to go. Obviously, a lot of levels. I think we were at like 44 before. Most enemies give like, I don't know, 200 experience or so. Also, you get like money in the thousands with each encounter. There is a specific encounter that I ran into in here that initially was a little bit scary, but basically gives you like, door won't open, it seems to be lost. Great. It gives you like 1,000, I would say 1,500 if I had to guess how much actual experience you get from it, because most of the time I got 2 level ups from the encounter, and it wasn't this one, but we are pretty powerful now. I also would say arguably that maybe I overreacted by going level grinding. The Sun and Moon enemies and the encounter that I'm talking about that gives a lot of experience are a bit scary. Or at least were a bit scary. At this point, it's not so scary anymore. They were pretty strong enemies, but other than that, the other enemies in the area don't seem that bad. And obviously, with the level ups, we are very strong now, and they're definitely not much of an issue. So we should be pretty good for beating the game. I kind of wish Aerie would have gotten a thing that would have allowed him to overdrive everyone in one go. That would have been kind of nice to have. Just do a normal attack, it'll be fine. I will say, because I didn't level up anyone else, most of what everyone else's specials would amount to is just a stronger version of what they already have. Big Bull, for instance, gets like a medium and a strong fire attack, like Rosalind's medium and strong ice attacks. Where Rosalind got, where is it? Shield and then super shield, that basically is the same thing for like everyone. Kessling would get a all allies speed boost. Big Bull would get an all allies attack boost charge. And then, like I said, Big Bull would have gotten basically these three. Same with Kessling with his electric attacks. I think Kessling gets some status ailments to throw at enemies, like paralysis. But other than that, nothing much else there. Linda, on the other hand, when we last saw her, we had gotten an electric attack. She, of course, would have gotten a fire one. She would have gotten a physical damage reduction similar to her magic damage reduction. But then her last thing that she would have gotten is a full heal for the whole party, which is definitely my favorite thing for her to have, and kind of why I liked using her most of the time. This men isn't even really that much, but it I think we'll be okay. I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal, and if it is a big deal, I'll worry about it. It's be locked. I'm sorry, did I like miss something when this dude was talking to us? Oh, ghost! Yeah, these enemies just hit hard and maybe take a little too much damage, but they're not too scary anymore. Comparatively, I do think they are the hardest ones to actually face overall. I did occasionally accidentally die fighting these guys while I was grinding, because I wasn't taking it seriously enough. Like you can see, Aerie took a pretty big chunk of damage there. So did Ebros. So they're a little bit scary. But at the very least, we can deal with them relatively easy enough. And if you can imagine, anytime I did actually run into Masterless Swords, I have not actually gotten the weapon drop. What did you say about it? Do we just go through the center? We embody the classification that influences the world by listing them in the classification list. Thanks, dude. Maybe we just go through the center for now, and then we can go through the wings. Okay, I kind of thought this would be locked initially. Check out this library. Whoa, there's a ghost there. So the cool thing about this final dungeon here, no urns, at least from what I remember. So I believe it's pretty basic, but it is unique in its appearance compared to pretty normal brick walls that we had to face every other place we went to. And it doesn't have the urn gimmick, so I like this place a lot. Ooh, that ghost came out of nowhere. I wasn't joking when I said it was like the worst ever when we went through the deep grave pit. I'm gonna just escape this one, because that's when they just throw all of the urn gimmick at you. But now we just have to find keys and stuff. Honestly, I don't even remember how, like, the central area works or anything. I don't really remember much about this place, to be honest. It looks a little complicated when you look down at the map. I think I just circled back around. Door won't open. I love how the ghosts disappear when I try to open a door, though. Pretty clutch moment kind of thing. Oh, that guy came out of nowhere. This is the encounter. So, we'll get a lot of experience from this, but something to worry about. Is that... Give me a minute. Blaze sword. Bad poetry golem will steal money from you. It was like 100,000, I think. I saw it once and then reloaded at a save and never tried to get attacked by him again. So basically we just need to brute force him real quick. Make sure he's super dead. This should be enough. Honestly, it might be overkill. Aerie does a lot of damage. I think Aerie plus Burning Parasol tends to be enough, but we have... Yeah. We have Epos ready to do stuff just in case as well. Just attack normally. So, it doesn't seem that scary. The suns can still be scary, though. They do big damage if they decide to do a burst attack. I forgot what it was called. We can just do a normal attack and that should be okay. Yeah, Aerie does great damage. That's why he's the hero. But we'll see, experience is going to go a little bit wild here. Also decent money. One level up from that, Aerie started with 120. And then he got like an extra... So like 1,300 if I'm gonna like do really half-assed math. Epros probably will get 2 level ups or very close to it. Yeah, see, he gets 2 from that. So like depending on where you are, you get pretty... You get a lot going at you. You get a lot. You get a lot. I don't know, this area might be too big. The game kind of seems like it's not handling it very well. Let's go to the end. Door won't open. Oh, ghosts appearing. Do appreciate that it actually looks like a library. Ghosts! Well, at the very least, this looks like we are heading towards a center area that's locked, so we can't really go in there. We're heading somewhere. We're trying to make our way through. Maybe if I go... Oh, get ghosted. Maybe if I go to the top right. A moment like this, I do kind of almost wish I had Big Bull with me. I don't remember this dungeon really being too much of an issue. I think once we start actually unlocking doors, it's going to come together a bit nicer. I wonder if this is locked. It's not! Hurry before we get ghosts. Oh, we do actually go into a whole nother area, though. That's a little bit worrying. Also, the, clipping through a lot of walls. It's obviously color-coded. Defense candy. Who gets to eat the candy? You might be surprised by the answer. It's Airy. I was able to buy some wild strawberries from Triste. Sadly, they are not sold at the Highlands, which is weird. I don't know why they would limit you on that one. And then a lot of enemies dropped bountiful nuts. And I say a lot, I only have like 11. But it's might be useful for beating the game. Since we aren't going to have Linda to carry us with her healing ability. This map is barely any help, as usual. It's like so close to showing us information, but then we get into a big room. And then there's nothing there. You know what? We'll fight. I'm not gonna run away from everything. We need to lay sword the mummy, and we'll just have Ebros attack the moon. It might still be better to give Ebros the shoes, because he is kind of slow on it, but I don't know, man. I feel like if we are... I'm trying to think in terms of final battle. We're gonna try to boost everyone's stats real quick. Rosalind, be careful. I'm thinking in terms of final battle, we try to boost everyone's stats. Good. Rosalind, no. Rosalind, quick, defend yourself. Damn. Rosalind's the one that needs the most experience, too. What a shame. Wasn't paying attention. This is why I shouldn't fight. She's not doing so good. Why does everyone have to twitch when they die? I guess it's better than not moving when you die. Hey, check out this cool new ability we have. It's called Life Spark. Pretty useful. Now the problem is we have no LP, and I don't want to really use up Lucky Candy. Not that I think it's gonna really amount to much, but guess who's getting the Lucky Candy? That's right. It's Airy. I really don't know how much the candy benefits anyone. I love these walls I can see through. Oh, ghost! I don't even think we can, escape because we don't have any LP. Are we allowed to? We have the one. Is that good enough? Can we just keep doing it even with no LP? Is that a legal move? I don't think so. Too bad there's no escape items. I see this is a little silly spot. Ugh. Yeah, camera. I feel like was designed to not work with you here. What if the camera just didn't do anything? Ah, damn it. It came at me too fast. Oh. Are we allowed to? Oh, well, isn't that something? Guess what we're basically going to be doing most of the time now. There's too much here to not do that. Went up this way. Did I explore down here? I kind of need to lock in on the maziness of this place. That was a surprise attack? No, it wasn't. Well, if you steal money, it's not like I have much. Quick, Rosalind, go fast! Speed is on our side. Really tight corridors make it pretty difficult to try to actually run away from enemies, and I think I basically just circled around, so that's fun. Is there anything against the walls here? Doesn't really feel like it. Oh god, I got trapped on bookshelves. Is there like any of these rooms I didn't go into? This was like... No, we went this way. Got a candy in that one. I guess I need to go south on the map and hope that that gets me a surprise attack. It's not my fault I couldn't even see. Go, Rosalind, quick. Oh, I shouldn't have attacked. That person's gonna die now. It frankly doesn't seem like a great idea to use any resources on this, considering our situation. So I can go that way. That's a... yeah, a locked door. I did, like, map out a little bit down here, so I definitely went in this direction. But I didn't... wasn't able to do that. Maybe I need to just get to the West Wing instead? I don't remember. I don't know this layout very well. All of my time spent here in this playthrough and other playthroughs tends to be the lobby. No doors over there. There was a ghost, apparently. Fun fact, ghost. I love that you can use retreat without any LP. Why even give you a cost if you're going to be able to do this? Nothing's in it. So, okay, so we already got those two chests, but there's like another room that looks... an awful lot like there should be stuff in there, right? And this was where it was a dead end for me. Could I get into that room from a different angle, or... God. Ghost, please. Guys. Guys! There were too many of you. Bad poetry, Golem needs to go away. Epros, how did you get so fast? You're like 20 points of agility away from everyone else. Like, I feel like that shouldn't work out that way. I'm just like smacking doors just in case. Didn't even see that ghost. Look, bats are here. If I can find my way to this room, super. If not, we will leave and try to find the west wing, maybe. We obviously didn't do a lot in the center area. Does feel a little bit better knowing that we can just casually retreat in any given moment. Yo, you're new. My job is just to make a classification list, measure its effect, and adjust it. I'm not allowed to do anything else. Have you ever met people like us? A man who never listens to others and calls others whatever he likes? He was always thinking of a simple way to overthrow Bellone's rules, but not the torturous way of Pollock. Then he made his decision and ran away from this library. I wonder how he's doing. Hope he's alive. Can you talk about that again? Classification list, measure its effects and adjust it. I'm not allowed to do anything else. Great. Okay. Big lore dump from these guys, potentially. Garnet key. We're getting places now. Good thing I didn't just leave. Pollock was the one that made the urn, or at the very least what Aries' dad implied. Did it look like a Pollock original? So what ways did Pollock decide to do things that was no good? You know what else I wish? Is that they would have color-coded the doors on this map. Because I have no idea what doors we've already hit. So I think this is a straightforward way back to the lobby. Which is nice. A little too straightforward, if you ask me. The door was open. I don't remember if there's any other garnet doors in the East Wing. I do know there was a sapphire door. Do you have anything new? Body classification. Alright. Get that save going. Probably should have saved in a different slot, honestly. Just in case if something bad happens. Key to the World Library with a burning red gem. Strong bond will give new power to a boy. Nothing happened. What do you mean I got bold power? I haven't done anything with the voice recorder yet, huh? Every time the button is pressed, it plays the conversations had since it was acquired. Seems to be a recording device. What was the conversation that we had when it was acquired? When did it fully get rebuilt? I think it was after we fought Linda, right? Dang. I like how the map is so massive that the map screen had to kind of slide into place a little bit. It's gonna cost me LP, but we have enough levels, and we don't really need money. So I think we're good to just kind of zip around a smidge bit. Especially with how much of a pain otherwise it would be to run into everyone. Like, specifically, in this big room, the game, like, the audio kind of crusts up a little bit. It was not a problem that I, had at all when I was doing normal grinding. But it's like, this is just too many library books for the game to handle. Damn it. Ah, ghost. Listen, I'll only fight stuff if the masterless sword shows up. Legit, there's like only one encounter type where that sword shows up too. So like, imagine, I guess, this is a great example. All the battles that we're running away from right now. So far, we haven't actually seen the sword enemy in this instance. So imagine trying to grind for that weapon this way. Compared to just doing the Phantom Evil King boss fight. And then when things don't work out, you just... Where am I going? Do I have to still do stuff in the East Wing? I might. Oh, ghost, please. I think when I actually did do grinding for the trophies in this game, I mainly just kept escaping battles until I ran into Bad Poetry Golem or the Masterless Swords, in hopes of achieving whatever it was I might be able to achieve with those. Guess we'll go back this way. This was a... Yeah, that was a sapphire door. I really... Oh, wait, no, I think I know where we need to actually go. There was a door that way, wasn't there? I was gonna say, I can't really imagine where else we would need to go, but like right here. I will try to pay closer attention to what doors are available to me. That's a ghost. That's not a door. None of these have been Masterless Sword. I did run into them when I was grinding, but none of these have been one so far. Hell, I think I ran into more Bad Poetry Golems than I did when I grinded. I guess that's the benefit of escaping from battles, is that you can spend more time running into the encounter you might actually want to run into. And this is going to lead back that way. That's going to be a new room, presumably, though, so useful. Is there anything here that looks... I'm going to say no, it's just a big room. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't like anything against the wall that looked like it could be useful. Nah, this'll probably get us another key. Maybe talk to another clerk. Giving us the crazy lore dumps that we never knew we needed. Oh, if only I had that key. Oh! Ain't that convenient? Excuse me. Emerald key achieved. Oh. That's what you get for running. Oh, there it is. Masterless swords. We've encountered you. Alright, we got this. It's gonna be crazy when I actually get the drop from these guys. Here it comes. Ares lightning sword's gonna kill, and it's gonna be a treasure chest. I said Epros's normal attack is gonna kill, and it's gonna be a treasure chest. I thought the sword would still be alive. It's a treasure chest? Oh. Didn't get that 1%. I believe luck does affect the drop chance of items. I'm not positive on that. So realistically, if you're trying to grind for it, Linda is a great option to have in the party because she has such high luck stats with her weapon. But alas, we didn't get it. Right, well, we know where we need to go to use the Emerald Key. God. So this way, but then that one door is locked over there. Guess we'll go this way first, though. We'll make our way back that way, if I remember. Hopefully I will. Ares still confused, damn. I should have gone to the save point. Wait! This is a perfect opportunity. I wanted to mention real quick. I was just curious about it because, you know, I was grinding and doing all my stuff. The moon enemies can give you the status ailment death, and the icon is very clearly a scythe because the status ailment is death. The attack that they use was called death. In the manual, they made the symbol just like a little archway. Like, I don't know if they just didn't realize it was supposed to be a scythe, but it looked pretty clearly like it was supposed to be a scythe, so I don't really know what the deal with that was. Really funny. We never, tax. Profits from killing a ghost decreases. I don't think we've ever hit that status ailment. I know we had, like, an item that cures you of it. Like, legit, I don't think we've ever ran into it. Oh, this area is a little... I was gonna say mazy, but, like, guess what? We've been in a maze for a while now. The good news is I think there's only the sapphire key that we need. Unless if there's a bonus key in this zone. Any cool lore guys around? Oh. Like, this way would have been the escape out of here. Pardon moi. Let me out. Oh, Ghost, you were in the crowd. I didn't see you. Also, I didn't really get a good look at how death works. The manual makes it sound like it's a countdown, but I didn't see a countdown when I got hit by it. I think if I were to continue to go through battles while having that status ailment, it would have been a bit scarier, but I basically just, like, battled once and went straight to the save point every time. Do you know what happened to Marlene, the daughter of the man? No. This world was created for her to begin with, that we knew. He cut a small world for his daughter, scattered evil kings, heroes, guides, and ghosts for his daughter to play. Nobody imagined his daughter would disappear into the world. Probably, it was separated from the power of classification. We couldn't find her either. Although he doesn't show it, I know Ballone's in pain. Well, we can imagine. I understand you are hostile to Ballone, but keep that in mind. Then if you still want to go, he'll be further in the back, with intentions that we'll never know. We kind of already did know that. I was hoping for a bit more information. Perfect fantasy world for his daughter. I don't really know the extent of how the doll connects to the real Marlene. Like what that fully entails. Sapphire key. Clearly the real Marlene was able to like experience what the doll experienced with calling out to Eri and remembering Eri. I would say that we did kind of catch when Eri was invisible that Marlene was Whoa, Stan! Wake up, underling, it's time for true battle. Give me a blood-curdling work. Always with this one. That she was bored with the adventures that she went on because they were kind of became samey. Eri's involvement in itself kind of made it unique, different, fun. Obviously, that also led to different characters joining the party that wouldn't have otherwise. It almost sounds like Rosalind would have been the only hero. And then, like, everyone else was just kind of side characters that went about their day normally afterwards. More like being sidelined, because they weren't important to Ballone's story that he wanted Marlene to participate in.